I'm not wanting to talk about it now because it was so good, like I literally can't keep it in. I want to talk about it now because it is so bad that I'm scared. This earned a 3. However, he is a very well-loved actor, and I love him, and I love him on all of his stuff. He's a very good Hawkeye. I'm not saying that he's a bad person, and that's what makes this so confusing. There was not a lot of editing done with this book, and it was very evident. I don't think he either went to the right person. I don't think he either found a good editor. I don't know if it got edited at all. I don't know what happened. This book had references that just popped up in the middle of nowhere where it was left very confused, like there were a bunch of run-on sentences, way too many run-on sentences to where I had to back up and just be like, what did I just read, and then read it again. It was just too long. That's it with the editing. So the other half of the portion that was wrong with this is 2 things. One, he is coming off, and I know that this probably isn't his fault. There were too many things that gave off the opinion that he was being very egotistical about his situation. Didn't mention his family a lot, but he mentioned him enough to say that it really affected them in a big way. It was always from his perspective and not actually talking about their actual perspectives. And like I said, I am pretty sure that he didn't intend it for it to come off that way, but the editing would have caught that. The third thing, and I think the most important thing about this entire thing, is that this was too early. I think that he is still a young actor. There are people who are in their 70s, 80s, who are just starting their memoirs, who have a lot more career work and things they've done in their life under their belt. Yes, it was traumatic. Yes, we needed to experience this, but if we wanted to know, we could have looked at the interviews that he's done and gotten just as much information from him there. And this is the one that I'm scared of, is that I think this was not needed. My husband's been run over by a truck, but we don't have a memoir about that. My dad has had an entire complete knee replacement. Things like this happen all the time. I think that he didn't reference the privilege of everything he went through enough for me to condone him making this. Like, I know people who have gone through this who have actually lost their lives, and we don't see a family member making a memoir about this. We didn't need this much insider information about everything that he went through, and he was an ass to his doctors and everything else, but we didn't talk about him as an actor, how that affected everything and the privilege that he felt with this. So a lot of YouTubers don't rate memoirs like this, but you know what? We need to. It does matter. It's going to be in libraries. It's going to be people's references about things, and that's what we're gonna get. My opinion, and that's exactly what it is. This is my opinion. If you guys differ, then read the book. I am sorry if I offended anybody, but this is just a reviewer's personal opinion.